Started with the section of the characteristics of a true seeker, an Atmarthi. And we did verse 34 yesterday. So verse 34, 35 and 36 are regarding the convictions in the mind of an Atmarthi before he starts seeking, finding, meeting a Sadguru, much before taking a refuge of a Sadguru. So 34, 35, 36, these are the convictions before he meets a Sadguru. So yesterday we discussed regarding what is his conviction or belief. I would not like to use the word belief because belief is something which is endorsed by a Sadguru. So let me say a conviction. What he feels is right, only when he meets a Sadguru and when a Sadguru endorses it, we can call it right belief, which leads to Samyak Darshan, to the direct experience. So let's say, even if I use the word belief, take it as conviction. It's not even mere thought process, it is a conviction. And we will not call it a right belief because that can happen only after a Sadguru. So conviction is a right word. So what was his conviction regarding a Sacha Guru or say Sadguru? What should he seek in a Sadguru? What does he want in a Sadguru? So very beautifully said by Dr. Mansi. So Atmagnan Tya Munipanu. Atmagnan Tya Munipanu. Atmagnan Tya Munipanu. So you have understood it very clearly. So Atmagnan is a must. Enlightenment is must. Good scriptural knowledge, very good. Renunciation, very good. Monkhood, very good. Practicing austerities, very good. If he is the guru in your tradition, very good. You know, there is a good rapport, Runanubans already, a good form of respect already built in the family. Good. But enlightenment is must. All this is not must. It adds. So, self-realization is always accompanied with saintliness. Ness means panu, muni, panu. Of course, there is a difference in sthirta. Sthirta, a difference here. But enlightenment means he knows the right path along with certain virtues developed for that experience. And if you are continuing with monkhood only, because that was what was said in verse 24, Bahiyatyag. So he said, if he is a monk, if that person is a monk or a nun, but monkhood, true monkhood, cannot be possible without self-realization. So both way we understood, right? And now we'll go to verse 35. So, having explained what kind of a guru an Atmarthi is devoted towards, not even yet found a Sadguru, but he wants such a guru. In this verse, Param Krupadev describes the kind of devotion an Atmarthi has towards the concept of the true guru. Him means, yet it is the concept. If I have a Sadguru, I am going to do this. Not yet found a Sadguru. That will be clear in verse 37. Whatever concept he has for a true guru, like how Neil would feel, if I have a wife, I will be doing this, I won't be doing this, if, or say when. But the feelings are already ready, your plan is already ready. So in the same way, if I seek a Sadguru, I am going to be, my devotion is going to be like this towards him. And why? This form of devotion, and why such devotion for him? This is explained in this verse. So I'll read the second point. In this verse, Param Kripadev describes the kind of devotion an Atmarti has towards him, but him means yet not found, the concept of a true Guru, when he attains such a Sadguru. When? જ્યારે પણ મને મળશે હું આવી તે ભક્તિ કરીશ એવી રીતે. So let's sing.
પ્રત્યક્ષ સદ્ગુરુ પ્રાપ્તિનો ગણે પરમ ઉપકાર ત્રણેય યોગ એકત્વથી વરદે
So though it is said Varte Agnadhar, it means who Vartish Agnadhar when I meet a Sadguru. You're clear this verse? Of course, you can always use it after I met my Sadguru. My devotion is going to be, my devotion is like this. But in this flow, it means if and when I meet a Sadguru, my devotion towards him will be like this. Okay? So, first, Pratyaksh Sadguru, I don't need to explain. Pratyaksh Sadguru, enlightened mentor. So, Pratyaksh Sadguru Praptino, on attainment of a Pratyaksh Sadguru, or on finding a Pratyaksh Sadguru, what does an Atmarti feel? Ek Gane. He reckons, he feels, he believes. Whenever he comes in association with a Pratyaksh Sadguru, what does he feel? So it's written, Parama Upkar. A big gain. Supremely beneficial. So some people use a great favor and all. I don't agree with that word. Because who does that favor then? If Pratyaksh Sadguru is a favor, who does the favor? And is it the favor of Pratyaksh Sadguru? So it's a little confusing. So I have chosen this word. Is supremely beneficial. That is what he feels. Supremely beneficial. Beneficial than any other thing or person. Or anyone. Not even Paroksh Jain, not even Murti, not even Shastra, not even a person who taught me the Shastras. If ever I have someone who has taught me the Shastras, but I have not considered him my Sadguru, Vidya Guru I might have considered. So no one, supremely beneficial he feels. So Supreme Court બનાવી દીધી અત્યારના જ. He won't be a high court. He won't be a sessions court. Pratyaksh Sadguru is going to be supremely beneficial. So his word is if not the first word, it is the last word. For some, it is the first word and the last word. So after that, no asking other, no entertaining any doubts, just a flow of devotion. So he is the ultimate. I am not going to listen even to myself. Forget other. What is that Bollywood line? Om Shanti Om. Commitment शब्द નથી. Whatever. मैं अपनी जात મારી જાતનું બી હું સાંભળીશ. I will not even listen to myself. So all these feelings are there when he says Gane, believes, feels, reckons. Param Upkar, supremely beneficial. So I'm just explaining the feeling behind saying he's supremely beneficial to me. Okay? So, Pratyak Sadguru Praptino Gane Param Upkar. And then you'll stop there. It's a great obligation. It's a great gain, a great benefit to have a Sadguru, Pratyaksha Sadguru in my life. No, he won't stop there. Then what would he want to do? Is explained in the second line. Trane Yog. Trane Yog. Now what is this Yog? Trane Yog. Energies of mind, speech and body. Man, Vachan, Kaya. Man, Vachan, Kaya. We have three faculties of energy. Energy is manifested three ways: thoughts, mind; speech, words; and deeds, body. So you can say Man, Vachan, Kaya, or you can say mind, speech, and body. So all the energy I have, physical or mental or verbal, all three energies, what will happen to it? Trane Yog, all three energies, Ekatvati, with the united activity of all three, in unison, in unity. All three faculties together. Varte, I'll act, I will follow. I'm taking it in first person. Agnadhar, on his command. So we use the word Agna for that. On his command, or on his advice, or on his guidance. But I'm a Shishya, so I won't use the last two words. Nothing is a suggestion for me. If I'm not yet a Shishya, I might take it as advice, guidance. But if I'm a Shishya, it's his command. Everything is an Agna. But I have used all three words. It depends on what type of devotion you have. So, all my energy, physical or mental or verbal, are going to work together in unison, in unity. Varte Trane Yog Ekatvati, in unity. What? To act according to, or say to follow his command, Agna, advice, guidance, suggestion. Whatever your level of bhakti is. Isn't it so clear? Atmarthi is so clear. Before he meets a Sadguru, he is so clear. So one thing is very clear, he is very clear in his purpose. It is not just a runanubandh or just an infatuation of a person. It's much, much deeper than that, with a higher purpose, a strong purpose, clear purpose, spiritual purpose. Is it clear? So, the short meaning. A true seeker of the soul, now I'm not going to say the long thing, Anatmarthi, considers the attainment of a living, enlightened mentor as a unique opportunity which is supremely beneficial to himself. Param Gane, Param Upkar, supreme beneficial, but a unique opportunity also. As if this is once in a lifetime. That way. You do it in this birth or you miss 4 births. And then what does he do? Second point. He surrenders to him through all the 3 energies of mind, speech and body, and acts on his guidance, command, advice. Whichever word is apt for you, you write that word. Meaning, following his Agna with devotion in everywhere. Or you can use the word following his Agna with inner devotion in every way. I will explain why I added this word inner devotion. Because lot of show of devotion, show not in a negative way, but you do exhibit your devotion in many ways, touching his feet, folding your hands when you see him, using good language, sweet language, respectful language. So all that is good. But does he have a place in your heart? Just giving him some place in your mandir or in your room, performing a pratishta, very good. But does he occupy a place in your heart? So this we need to understand. What is it like giving place in the heart? Then only it will be ekatvati varte agradar. Man, vachan and kaya. Otherwise, your kaya your kaya does something, your words are different, your thoughts are different, your feelings are different. But if he holds a high, respectful place in your heart, that inner devotion, you don't even need to stay alert. You understand, right? So, an Atmarthi is a seeker who aspires for self-knowledge, right? Self-realization, or say that experience. But that's not enough. Aspiring for self-realization is not enough. What you need is a true guru in life too. Two nahi, pehla to age house hai. Means this, and if possible even this, you will need a true guru who blesses you with knowledge, awareness and purity. Not only Gnan, knowledge. That is also needed to pursue on the path of self-realization or liberation. So knowledge, yes, he blesses you with knowledge. He blesses you with awareness. Because knowledge ends with clapping or making notes. He blesses you with awareness, so you can apply it when most necessary. And that purity means he sees to it that virtues blossom in you. That's purity. What else? You understood what is Maitri, Pramod, Karuna, Madhyasata, but he will see to it that, you exhibit that virtue in whatever situation you are put in. So you need a guru who blesses you with knowledge, awareness, and just in one word, if you want to say, purity or virtues. Is it not very important? At least in the initial stage, where you can yet waver and go back to your worldly life. You need knowledge, purity, awareness in the form of blessings. So he blesses. And when you find such a guru, that will come in verse 37, he has yet not found, or maybe these are his thoughts or convictions. I'm speaking in first person. It is actually for an Atmarthi, that Atmarthi would want to do, but let me speak it in first person. So if I come in contact with such a guru, I will surrender to him and become a Sharnagat. I won't be just praising him, but I will surrender to him. Surrendership. These are the thoughts running in his mind even before he finds a Sadguru. So beautiful. Only then means after meeting a Sadguru and after surrendering to a Sadguru. More emphasis is on the word surrendering, not only meeting. So only then the Master's grace, the mentor's grace envelops you. And then enlightenment becomes natural. It occurs naturally. Do you want to know how naturally? Like leaves to a tree, wings to a bird, fragrance to a flower. what effort is put. I think it is so natural. It just starts blossoming and exhibits fragrance. So naturally. You might have done so many, you might have performed so many rituals, you might have tried so many forms of meditation, maybe. Because you are an Atmarthi, you would have done so much even before meeting a Sadguru. And after meeting a Sadguru, the peace, the stillness within is so natural as leaves to a tree and wings to a bird and fragrance to a flower. So natural. So with surrendership and obedience only you become a bhakta or a shishya. Not before that. On meeting a Sadguru or bowing down to a Sadguru, you do not become a bhakta, devotee. You don't become a shishya, a disciple. When love oozes out, you become a bhakta, lover. And when disciplines come in your life, you become a disciple. Say disciple, discipline. So you cannot say, I love you very much, but there is no discipline in my life. Then you are not a disciple. A disciple follows his commands. And when there is no love, everything turns into a mechanical ritual. So you are on the way of being a Kriya Jad, not an Atmagnani. Because this discipline does not come from that love and faith and conviction within. It just comes because you need to follow it if you want to stay near Him. Then you are on a path of becoming a Kriya Jat. See how clear an Atmarthi is and his conviction and his purpose. So you need to understand two things. Gnanini Prapti and Gnani Prapti. Before I translate it into English, if you understand. Two things. Your life is a success if you have attained two. Gnanini Prapti, so half is done. And Gnani Prapti. Gnanini Prapti means contact of an association of an enlightened master. And Gnani Prapti is enlightenment. So two things. Gnanini Prapti and Gnani Prapti. This is the way my thought processes go when I recite this verse. Okay, two things and my life is kruta krutya, complete, total and successful. Two things, Gnanini Prapti and Gnani Prapti. Gnanini Prapti is because of punya, because of your auspicious karmas of your past, or say shubh karmas of your past, or say simple if you understand the word punya. It's because of punya, punya nu phal. Strong punya. Weak punya, you get flashy cars. Strong punya, you get a Sadguru. Not even a Sadguru, say Satpurush. Sadguru, so if you surrender, he becomes a Sadguru. She's a girl or a lady, whatever you say. Only if you get married, she becomes a wife. You can't say, I married a wife. You can't marry a wife. You can marry a lady and then she becomes a wife. So you always get a Gnani and then you make the Gnani a Sadguru. Common sense, right? I don't need to tell. So two things, making life successful, Gnanini Prapti, Gnani Prapti. Gnanini Prapti is the fruit of your positive, auspicious, past karmas called punya, not pap, punya. And Gnani Prapti is by self-efforts. Very, very clear. That is not the fruit of your karmas. Correct? It is by your self-efforts of the present. That was karmas of the past. So you you are actually at the mercy of karmas for that. Because if you don't have that punya uday, how much ever you aspire for a gnani, but you don't just come into contact of a gnani. So that is the fruits of your, or say karmas, basically, karmas of your past. And gnani prapti is your present self efforts. Very clear? So many times you have met an omniscient being, Keval Gnani. Many times in the past you have met an enlightened being, a Sadguru, Satpurush, say. Tirthankar Bhagavan and Satpurush. But because of not putting the right efforts, everything has gone in vain. So this era, ara, Gujarati ma ara, English ma era, this era, unfortunately, you cannot come in contact with the Tirthankar Bhagavan. This era, fifth. So I'm talking of us. Unfortunately, there are no Tirthankars in this era. So how much ever your best of your punya also fructifies, but still you are not going to come in contact with the Tirthankar Bhagavan. Unfortunately. Right? And if there is a Tirthankar also, like Simandar Swami Bhagavan, but you won't come in contact. So it's like you will never come in contact with a Tirthankar Bhagavan. Unfortunately. Fortunately, in this era, you still have a chance to come in contact with. Wait, I can't hear. After you finish clapping. To come in contact, fortunately you can come in contact with a wrong. Pratyaksha Sadguru. So the verse starts with Pratyak Sadguru, not Sadguru. See, let me make one thing very, very clearly. If you are in a transition phase between a Matarthi and Atmarthi, you know that little area where that Matarthi-ness has gone, but that Atmarthi-ness has not fully matured in you. So I'm saying this transition period. Or you are a weak Atmarthi. I think you need to use these words. Weak Atmarthi, you listen to me, look at me for this one line, what I'm going to say now. You will be more comfortable with enlightened masters of the past if you are a weak Atmarthi. Why? Because the past gurus don't tokofy you. So he is always sweet. A J photograph or a photograph much smiling race. He will not frown and scream. You are worth that only, but that photograph won't. So you will never have feelings of doubt, suspicion, because past is past. So you will feel, see, my bhakti is so sthir for him. Rubbish. If he was pratyaksh, you would have had your ups and downs. Because he doesn't walk and doesn't talk, you will be more comfortable with murtis and chitrapats. So a weak Atmarthi chooses past, but enlightened. Enlightened to must because he's an Atmarthi. But he would be more comfortable with the past. Only the daring, the courageous, the strong Atmarthi says, no, I want to challenge myself. I want a Pratyaksha Sadguru. So it's the other way you might be feeling. Those who are having a lot of bhakti with past gurus are strong Atmarpits. I call them weak Atmarthis. Weak. They are scared of themselves. And they actually experience a sthir devotion. Because there is no one to even scream at him, show his flaws, faults. So obviously your bhakti is going to remain so nice. You have to just sing bhajans, nothing else, and enjoy the music. It's not challenging your ego, so where is the doubt? Why would you even want to doubt his intentions? Because he's not doing only anything. So here the word is not Sadguru. Pratyak Sadguru. He's talking of a mature Atmarthi. Wonderful, isn't it? How much does he want the preparatory stage of an Atmarthi? It should not just be a coincidence that you come across a Gnani. It should be with such specific, high, spiritual purpose. These verses of Matarthi and Atmarthi, they don't let me go ahead very fast. I have to pause at every word. Not my fault. No one's fault. It's only compassion, compassion, and compassion. Right? Logical bheju bhi hats off Karinak se. How much he can put in just one verse. See, I can explain this verse for days and days. It's because I have to keep a specific group in mind and speak. So I take 30 minutes or 1 hour. I've got a liberty of 1 hour for this yagna. Hence, I'll have to go a little fast. But Pratyaksha Sadguru, you have been wandering till now because of the inaccessibility of a Pratyaksha Sadguru. You have got the omniscient ones in forms of murtis. You have got gurus like Gautam Swami, not even a photograph, name. But because of the inaccessibility of a Pratyaksha Sadguru, you have always been ignorant of the true path and so not put in right efforts. Very clear, right? So let's go to the third word, praptino. So his conviction regarding Sadguru, his conviction regarding the Sadguru being pratyaksh. So I don't know if the new generation hearing this, will they ever be in a doubt regarding pratyaksh and not pratyaksh and all. Says this is the, he is drawing attention to the word pratyaksh. We never knew that there was so much difference between Sadguru of the past and Sadguru of the present. We felt all are same. And he's saying supremely beneficial, the next, exactly like verse 11. Pratyak Sadguru, Saman nahi paroksha jinupkar. His obligations, favors, blessings are supreme, incomparable. So Pratyaksha Sadguru Prapti, due to the result of the strong karmic merits, which I would say strong punyodaya, prabal punyodaya, strong punyodaya. So strong karmic merits, not demerits. Demerits means pap, merits means punya. So strong, you know what I mean by strong? Strong punya, you may gain an association of an enlightened one, meaning who is endowed with the 5 traits shown in verse 10. Atmagnan, Samadarshita, Vichre Udayo Prayo, Apurvamani, and Paramshu. All these qualities you. And Atmati considers this association of a Pratyaksha Sadguru supremely beneficial. Gane Param Upkar. Why? Why supremely beneficial? Just because I said, you want to believe it? Or have you experienced? Or at least have you pondered over it? Why would I call that association supremely beneficial? Or if you have come in association, why do you want to consider it supremely beneficial? Why? So, Pujya Sri Ambalal Bhai in his Vivechan, or say commentary on Sri Atmasiddhi Shastra, particularly this verse, he has showed two param upkars. Two. Many, of course, when you are saying supremely beneficial, but he has given just 3 to 4 sentences, and in that also he is actually showing you don't need to believe, you have a logic behind it. If not experience, at least logic. Who wants to know the logic? No one, because I've experienced it. You want a logic, so you have not experienced anything. So you said, I want the logic. Okay, I'll show you the logic. Two things. One, so I'm using the 2 points as expounded by Pujya Sri Ambalal Bhai, and was looked or was even read and corrected by Param Kripaludev himself. So he endorses it. So I'm adding a little bit for clarity, but those two, number one, all the questions, doubts, confusion, curiosity, which could not be resolved by scriptures, gets resolved in his presence. Your questions, your doubts, your confusions, your curiosity, which cannot be resolved by Google. Scriptures get resolved not in his lectures only, but by darshan matra. By just being in that aura, you had so much confusion regarding small decisions of your life, if not metaphysical questions. Small confusions you had regarding your life, and you were in a state of confusion, doubt, etc. Just being in his aura, everything is so clear. If you get a chance, you must ask also. But whether you ask or not ask, you feel this is what I should be doing, and that's it. So good, no, if someone stayed for the second yagna also, hello. Good, no, if you stayed back for second yagna. Third also you want to stay. So પછી અહીંયા delivery કરી દે પછી. So this is the first benefit. He feels that clarity and that confusion getting resolved is such a relief. Such a relief. જાણે કે કેટલું મોટું baggage is gone now. Only by your confusion getting cleared, you have not even executed. You understand, whenever you get clarity in life, it's like almost done. Your peace and your happiness is as if now it's going to go very well now. Because I'm very clear what I want to do with my life, wife, etc. Wife nahi aave, life ho jaave. So number one. Number two, the uncontrollable flaws and falls and passions get destroyed by slight effort. Alp prayase jai. Alp prayase jai, which was? 80. Alp prayase. So he actually experiences that. How much I was working on my anger, my jealousy, my comparison, etc., etc. And how easily I feel bad regarding it, and how easily it just does not come anymore. So by slight effort, I see virtues blossoming in me, and the happiness and the bliss of those virtues. I feel so satisfied and contented by it sometimes that I don't even need self-realization. Are you crazy? It's like getting liberated already. If you get liberated by that small prejudices you had regarding a person or regarding and if you are just free from it, you feel this is moksha. It's like half liberation occurs here and the other half upar. So, isn't it so beautiful? Because how much ever you are an Atmarthi, but somewhere we are oblivious to our faults. We know what is this fault, but we don't know this fault is in us. Krodh, Man, Maya, Lobh. If I say you will explain it beautifully, you can give a whole lecture on it. But you don't realize it's there in your abilities, activities, and achievements. So we are oblivious to our faults. Meaning we can't see, detect, locate. He can. He can see it, he can see the intensity, he can see exactly till એના roots કેટલા deep છે. How much time are you going to actually take to remove this from the roots, uproot? So he knows that this unawareness means this fault has deep roots in your psyche. We can't see, he can see. So he draws our attention to it. Bas atlu, then you know everything is very easy. You are going to save yourself. He draws our attention. He shows us pitfalls which may come in our way. Our way, I said, not in the way. Not in the way of self-realization, the way of liberation, in my way. So he cautions us. He warns us. And if we follow him, if we are alert, you win. Means you can destroy it with slight effort. So because of these two reasons, he says an association of a Pratyaksh Sadguru is supremely beneficial. That is what he already feels. Okay, if I get a Sadguru in my life, this is going to happen with me. He already knows that. Way ahead of self-realization. પહેલા આ થશે, પછી self-realization, પછી moksha, liberation. See how clear he is. If you are so clear, you are going to focus on these two things. You are going to work on two things, because this is the clarity and conviction and purpose before even meeting a Pratyaksha Sadguru. You can actually feel very little does an Atmarthi have to do, and lots he has already done. You will realize that. Such clarity seems how badly, I don't know if that's the right word, he must be yearning and aspiring for self-realization. How goodly, of course, not badly. How deep is his desire of Atmagnan, self-realization. These are the thoughts and feelings running in his mind and heart even before he meets a Sadguru. પૂરો કસ કાઢવાનો છે સદગુરુનો. પૂરો, he's going to use the Sadguru properly, because he has such an agenda already with him, ready. Right? So, Pratyaksha Sadguru Praptino Gane Paramukar. I can't look at Rita Doshi. Where is she? Stand up. So, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. It's between her and me, so you should not know what I'm hinting at. Your answers should be somewhere in okay? So once he meets a Pratyaksha Sadguru, he is going to recognize him by his virtues, which is called in Gujarati
Olkhan.
Olkhan. Wonderful lady. Olkhan. He is going to recognize a Sadguru by his qualities, not by the feelings he gets for a Sadguru. You might be getting intense love for him. But that is not old Khan. Old Khan is when you recognize his qualities. Yes, I can see Atmagnan in him. I can see Samdarshita, Vichrayo Dev Prayog, Apuravani, Paramshrut, etc. You understand? No, he is not recognizing a Sadguru by the feelings he has. કે મને બહુ પ્રેમ આવે છે. So that may be mere infatuation. Or say Runanubandhu also. Do you really recognize his pure state? So you are right. Huh? First, though, you are right. Let's see if you know the second one. Because I'll be speaking in English, you will be speaking in Gujarati. And because he has recognized, he develops immense reverence.
Oh, wow.
Correct. Correct. Let's see if you know the third one. And because he has immense reverence, devotion, he surrenders himself to him.
અર્પણતા.
Perfect.
Thank you.
મેં તમને કીધેલું જિંદગીમાં 3 શબ્દ યાદ રાખજો ને 3 શબ્દ કદી ભૂલતા નહીં. ગુજરાતી. English. Recognize, reverence, surrender. I think we are back to Paryushan, I think. See, whether you take 166 or whether you take a verse of Atma Siddhisha, same clarity. And so the next verse will be so easy for me to explain. Ek hoy tran kalma. I don't know about tran kal, but I know ek જ હોય કોઈ બી પત્રમાં. એક જ સત્ય હોય કોઈ પણ writings of પરમ કૃપાળુદેવ. Persons different, questions different, path same. એક હોય, એક જ હોય. Ek agnani, ignorant person will have different paths according to his moods. But a gnani, only one, whoever asks, whether it's Sobhag or Ambalal, whether it's a shastra or a letter, you are going to get same clarity. This shows his clarity of mind and purity of heart. So, first line over Pratyak Sadguru. Praptino, Gane, he believes, he reckons, he feels supremely beneficial. Why we learned. Now what does he do? Trane yog ekatvati varte agnadhar. So Rita Ben already said what, there's nothing to explain in this verse. He should just surrender. She said, Olkhai gaya, oh bhav thyo. So now go ahead and surrender. Get married now. Get engaged. Been flirting since not time immemorial, but some years. So now enough of flirting, now get engaged, get committed now. So at last you did that. I'm talking to Parth. So you did it finally. Finally you said, no, if I really love her, then if the feelings are beyond liking her, now if I love her, then I should commit. So fortunately or unfortunately, you committed. Unfortunately in the sense that finally it's sansar, no? So that way unfortunate. Not that I'm doubting your decision or anything, but even Siddhant was very high when he got engaged, but now he feels that it was the most unfortunate moment. He is feeling so. I didn't say me. He feels. You can take a stick and beat him up in the room. No, isn't it right? Now you'll feel, I could have worked, I could have done like Nemiji, and I could have only committed to my Sadguru. So in that sense I'm saying unfortunately, from the Paramarthic sense. And Vyavaharic sense, it's perfect. Right? So many messages to so many people. So he takes refuge. He takes refuge of a Sadguru and stays in his Agna. Not only takes his Sharan, but decides to be Sharnagat, means to stay in his Agna. And how does he stay henceforth after meeting a Sadguru? That is explained in the next line. Trane yog ekatvati varte Agna dar. Ekatva, unison or unity. Trane yog, all the three faculties of energies. Some other words. Some other words. Some other words. Physical, verbal, mental. I think this is the best. Physical, outward physical, mental, inward, and if you have to communicate, verbal. Till then you don't need verbal energy. But if there is a situation of communication, verbal. So beautifully. He could have used tan, man, dhan also. But dhan is not important in spirituality. So he said, no, that I wouldn't consider as an energy. Dhan should, which is considered energy in the world. Dhan, if you have a lot of dhan, you are very powerful. But he does not feel so. He said these three energy, physical, mental, outward, inward, and if you have to communicate, verbal. So man, vachan, kaya. He surrenders in unison of all these three energies, man, vachan, kaya. Trane yog ekatvati. What does he do? Varte, follow. What will he do? Follow Agna dhar, Agna pramane, according to his commands, guidance. Who is using guidance? Guidance is also okay, chalo, fine. Command and suggestion we won't use. We are using the word Sadguru. And then how can we use the word suggestion? There is nothing, Sadguru never suggests. Or at least you should feel that it's not a suggestion, it's his command. Unless he gives you the choice to decide. So that is his command. You choose. But there's nothing like suggestion. If you mark his words and eyes, you know what is his command. Though he has given you an option. Aam bhi karwo hai to aam bhi karjo, aam bhi karwo hai to aam karjo. You have to read his eyes. When you are confused, you have to read the eyes. If you can't understand with your brains, you have to read his eyes. And you know there is no option in his eyes. Eyes can't give option. You know, the sparkle comes when you say, I think I should be doing that. If there's no sparkle, that means that is not the option. So there's nothing like staying confused in his presence. You have to learn to see the sparkle in the eyes. And you get it. So you should surrender to him and carry out all the commands with utmost devotion. Utmost devotion. And when I say devotion, number one is his pratishtha in your heart. A good, very good place in your heart. Not in your mind, not in your tongue, but in your heart. The whole feeling aspect has to be connected to him. Not the seeing and the knowing aspect only. Of course, even those two. But the feeling aspect, you should feel joy in following the commands. So feeling, utmost devotion. When I use the word devotion, it's only feelings. It's no ritual. It only means feelings. So only sweet talking won't help. Because you always talk sweetly, respectfully. But only that won't help. That is not utmost devotion. Only folding your hands whenever you catch hold of him externally. Tarat haath jaye, aam jaye, whatever. Only folding hands, only sweet talking won't help. Only folding hands won't help. Only bowing down won't help. only touching his feet won't help. See, your mind is a crook. Whenever savare uthine, you would want to do 3 namaskar. And then when it comes to other activities, you lose the Vinay. Why? Because you have not given a place in their heart. You have given a place in your head. So where you could put Vinay, pre-hand, you put it. कि मारे सवाना उठीने वंदन करवाना, whenever I see him I should fold my hands, etc. But if you have not given him place in your heart, so when you are caught unaware, you are going to do a Vinay. So it so happened in last March is March 2020. So we used to have food together, and Vishal, Atmapit Vishal, he washed his plate before me because of several works he had to do after that. So there was not direct. I said, Vishal, this is a Vinay. If you were having lunch with Queen Victoria and you are sitting with her, big dining table of say 20, 30 people, and you finished your food, would you wait there till she finishes or just leave? Medu, this is the etiquette or mannerism even in England. Okay, whoever is the main person in the, or the host or whatever, you have to finish after that person. You cannot even wash the plate. And I said, Vinay no ache, I understand you have so many things to do after that. And I think after that he has never made a mistake. There are some people who go on making mistakes also. Because this utmost devotion is not there. There are no rules. This should come from your devotion. I should not walk ahead of him. I should just think, King of the world che. And you know all the disciplines. You don't need to by heart anything. It should come from the heart, not by heart. So I won't give you right number 1, Tentri Sashatna, I will not dictate. Just thing is the supreme. And if he is the supreme, how would you want to show that supremacy to the world also? That's your Vinay, and that's it. So beautifully, Trane Yoga Ekatvati Varte Agnada. So finally he considers the favor of a Pratyak Sadguru as supremely beneficial and greater than anyone or anything in the world. Non-living matter anything and living matter anyone. Greater than anyone and anything, surrenders to him, commences his necessary efforts and fulfills that invaluable association. Clear? Let's sing.
प्रत्यक्ष सद्गुरु प्राप्तिनो गणे परम उपकार त्रणे योग एकत्वधि वर्ते आज्ञाधार